Hey y'all. All right, so I wanted to make a video really quick and talk about some of the stuff that happened yesterday. All right, it was a horrible, horrible day for anybody in the world of education, with anybody who has or is raising kids, anybody in Texas. I mean, it's a horrible situation for a lot of people, and I wanted to talk about it. A lot of these things are the reasons why I have stopped, and other people, have stopped working in the education field and different areas like this, but I am taking myself out this video. I am not making this about me. This is about those 19 children and 2 teachers who lost their lives to dumb shit that we keep allowing to happen, and that's kind of what I wanted to speak on really quick. I was going to put this on both of my channels because I want this to reach as many people as possible and just hear about it. Like the fact is we have to do better. It's so much. As a country, we worry about the wrong shit and we keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. And there's never going to be change because that is literally the definition of insanity. We're not doing anything to make it better. We keep doing the same dumb shit and surprise at the results. It's a horrible thing. This is literally right after the little 18-year-old decided to go into the grocery store and kill 10 black people for his racial cleansing or whatever that he wanted to do. And now we have this other 18-year-old coming in and killing 19 innocent kids, like little kids who literally just had their award ceremony with their parents that morning and now are never going to go home again. And then there are 2 teachers who were there trying to do their job and make sure these kids are safe, and they gave their lives to try to do that to the very end, and this just makes no sense. This shows, again, just how dumb our country is, because right now we have these old ass senators and congressmen and whatever who are so fucking old and just out of touch with reality and don't understand shit, that they're there voting to, number one, take away women's reproductive rights and things like that, to say, in places like don't say gay in school. These are the things that we're voting on and talking about. And then, number 3, not wanting to teach critical race theory and not talk about the past and the things that lead up to these kind of behaviors, but the fact is, like, we're putting concentration in the wrong thing. Who gives a fuck if my students know I have a husband? You know what I mean? They want to know that they're cared about. That's the things we need to worry about. We need to worry about our children's safety. We need to worry about our kids getting home safe, eating safe, being at their home safe, and kids having, like, the mental and the physical, whatever help that they need. Kids like this, they didn't spur out of nowhere usually. What are we doing to better them? And what are we doing to look after those kids? We're worried about the wrong shit. You're voting on a woman not being able to have an abortion. Fuck that. 19 kids who are here just got killed yesterday because we're worried about the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? These kids didn't die because of the word gay. They didn't die because they heard their teachers had a wife or had a husband or in a same-sex relationship. They had their lives, unfortunately, taken because of gun violence and because of mental health issues. All right, like, we have to do better. Literally, in England in 1996, they had a school shooting. 20 kids and 2 teachers were killed. Sorry about that. 20 kids, 2 teachers were killed, and you know they did? They put an amendment into their laws to have better gun control. Guess how many school shootings it's been since then? 0. Over this year alone, there's been like 30 almost school shootings? It makes no sense. In 1 year, there should be 0, period. But to have that many, it shows you that there is an ongoing problem. And we're doing the wrong things to fix it. We're doing all this other shit that has nothing to do with the problem, and we're not addressing the elephant in the room. All right, so we need to do better. We need to give more thought and care into the mental health of these kids. Fuck if they know Pythagorean theorem. Are you okay? You know what I mean? Fuck if you know how to tell me the difference between a synonym and an antonym. How is your home life? Do you feel heard? Do you feel recognized? We need to worry about the right things with these kids. All right. And then also, again, with gun control. You know what I mean? You're telling me that it's harder for someone to get an abortion. And literally, I went and bought a firearm right before Christmas. I just had to wait a little waiting period. I took the easy behind test to do that, to have and carry and protect my home. But that was so much easier than what you're telling a woman it is for her to have her choice and her reproductive rights. You know what I mean? Like these things like this don't make sense. We are not fixing the correct problems. We are just doing dumb things. And if we keep going in this direction, there ain't gonna be no United States of America after a while. Everything is gonna be gone. We're going to be done because we're all living in the same place, but not living together. And it's so stupid. We have to do better. We have to do better. And the biggest things that honestly comes from the higher ups in places like that. It's not always just the president himself, because truth be told, he's a face and he has very limited power. But it comes to your local governments, your state governments, all of these other places. We have to get these old ass 60, 70-year-old people out of there, because life was different during their time. Understanding was different during their time. They're not getting it and they're not focusing on the right things. They're not allowing us to focus on the right things. We need to do better. All right, we have to do better. This is just terrible. The way that we're going and the things that are happening, this is out of hand. All right, and I just wanted to, kind of start that discussion. I'll talk more about these things in the future. But I just wanted to really say that, I wanted to give my condolences again to the families, the loved ones of, these kids and these teachers at the school as well. I want to show, their faces. These are the ones that have been put out so far with the time of me making this video. But definitely thoughts, prayers, love, everything sent, their way. And I hope that their families can get through such a tragic time. I can't even halfway imagine putting myself in their shoes. But it's terrible. We have to do better. And that's all I am trying to say and give in this video. We have to do better. Critical race theory is not a scary thing. Your teachers or your administrators, anybody working in the school system being in a same-sex relationship is not a scary thing. Giving kids more education and understanding and working in their mental health and their socioeconomic statuses and things like that, like all working in those worlds, those are not scary things. All right. But having those kids being ignored, not heard, and not paying attention to, and then having people come and do stuff like this, and then having no strict kind of gun laws and just having the freedom to just be whatever, that's what's scary. All right. We have to do better. I am pleading for it. I am wanting it. I know I am literally 5 minutes away from just trying to run the fuck out of America myself. I swear to God, I'm over it. I've talked about it before in the past. I am very close to making myself into Canada because it's just so much. It's sad. It's scary. I'm scared for, my nephews and nieces who are that age and who go to school. My mom who is still in the school, my grandmother who still substitutes. Like it's such a scary thing to think that this is where they're going every day, where it should be like literally the complete opposite of that kind of environment. But look at the world we're living in. Like, let's do better. We can do this shit together if we try, but we have to try. But that's all I have for today. I love you guys. There won't be much, of course, editing or anything like that to this video. I just wanted to get that message out. Again, this is not about Mr. D. This is not about DeAndre. This is not about any of that today. This is about these people who tragically lost their lives for no reason, And again, it's 10 years from Sandy Hook, where just the same thing just happened 10 years ago. So it's showing you that from 10 years ago to today or to yesterday, it ain't nothing changing. Nothing has changed. We have progressed nowhere. We have made these new laws that have done nothing to help at all. We need to do better. We have to have new people and new eyes and new perspective in there to help us make these things get better. Otherwise, it never will. So again, to these victims of this stupid and non-understanding, the just unnecessary act, my heart and prayers go to you. And hopefully we learn, we get better, and we grow from here. I love you all. Stay safe, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and let's do better. All right.